That, okay. Can you start checking in?
Sure.
Okay.
Is
Hello.
anyone else supposed to be here? Or?
We have Ali and Martins.
They're here already?
No,
Yes.
only Ali is here.
Oh, hi, Ellie.
Hello. How are you?
All
You're
right.
fine.
But yeah, we can start checking in. Should we?
Yes,
You want me to start?
you can start.
Okay. I am around a 3.5. I've been, we spent some time yesterday just doing some open discussion, which was good. I've also been doing some emails and trying to get some domains and some bills. I paid the bill for the web
Time to pause.
server.
Please stop. Close your eyes. Count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Open your eyes.
And I've also been working on some of like the neurodiversity letters, and I've also been working on um, just generally getting organized with the proposals and trying to simplify things and see if we can improve moving forward. So we'll see what we get to today. Check.
Ali.
Yes.
Did you lock it or
Well, I
something?
don't know if I'm going to close it. I can't close it. Maybe it does close.
Can you check in?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Hello.
Hello.
Can you check in,
Yeah.
Ali?
Yes, I'm checking.
Mm-hmm. Go ahead.
You do
Okay. Okay.
verbal
Okay.
check.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
It's 4.3.
Okay.
Today I'm feeling good. Our weather is so hot here today, and I want to know about the what is our potential client work, and second is silent work is getting benefit for client work, or another was is there any policy for client work, and last one, if we have no budget, how can we do our work? Check.
Oh yeah, ìta. Mo ní put down. Deborah, ẹ máa lọ. No, ẹ sleep o. Get down, Charlie.
Mm,
Yes.
weather is not good. Weather is so hot. It's about
Sorry.
40 degrees
Look
centigrade
there.
here.
Wow. That's very hot. More
Yes,
hot.
more hot.
Yeah. You need
Time.
coolant.
Please stop.
Okay,
Inhale.
I'd like
Okay,
to check out.
Inhale.
I'll check
1,
in, sorry.
2, 3.
okay.
Exhale. 1, 2, 3. Pause. Inhale
I'm
together.
at
1, 2,
4.8.
3. Exhale. Relax.
I'm looking forward to have a good discussion on the way forward. I also I was I was working on monthly payment I mean monthly accounting and payroll. I also take a leave through some other policies, but not much. Check.
Okay. Can I check in?
Uh,
Okay.
Can I check in?
Yes.
Okay, thank you. 5.6. I have been following up with the recruits to know their status if they want to continue with us. So I've been doing this course coordination on that and also Upwork coordination. And I've been looking at other ways by which we can, searching on the knowledge of crypto and tokens. Also, I've been working on some ideas that I think it will help us. I mean, strategies we can implement to make the organization simpler. Check.
okay. Topics. Kindly write the topics that you would like us to discuss. Anybody, kindly go to our topics. Write what you feel like need to be discussed.
Okay. Lucy, do we have live streaming session going on?
Yes, of course. We do.
Okay.
Time to
Good.
pause. Please stop. Close your eyes. Count.
You did not
1,
see it. It's
2,
always
3,
showing up on
4,
our.
5.
If somebody's recording.
Good. Ah, so do we have to vote or we pick a topic? Yeah, I think I need to send a message to all the recruits again that the session is going on. If none is joining, they should.
Are we done with the topics?
Yep.
Okay, let's start. We can start with the J proposal. Proposal for new simplified budget and payroll model or coalition movement organization setup.
Tomorrow is
Oh, no one can hear me. Okay, let me say that again. So I was saying that I added all the topics from yesterday. Some of them are duplicated though. But I was thinking we could start with at least questions. Those pretty simple and it seemed pretty organized.
Okay, let's start with the early then.
It should be pretty quick.
Okay, 12. It should be 6 to 12 minutes.
Time to stretch.
6,
Please stop, stand up, and stretch and move
12
around
minutes.
for 30 seconds.
What is the desired outcome?
To answer Ali's questions regarding client work and budget.
No.
Are we in agreement for the topic?
Yes.
Okay.
Client recovers the process.
Can someone create the tab or let me do it if no one is going to? Is someone is creating the tab or I should do?
Can I do it?
Okay, Ali. Just
Okay.
on topic. Okay, yeah. It's already there. It's on topic 0. You can just
Yes.
put topic 0, say topic 1.
Topic one and name client work.
Topic 1, Ali questions.
Alice question. Okay, thank you. Okay, I do it.
Okay, perfect. You start at 14. Six.
So these particular ones would probably be indexed into our recruitment processes. So let's start with all your questions, Ali.
Yes.
Time to pause. Please stop. Close your eyes. Count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Open your eyes.
Ali,
Yes.
can you repeat your questions so we can write them down and go through each one?
I want to know about what is potential income. If we have no budget, second question is if we have no budget, how can we do our work? And I want to know about the policy and silent client work.
Okay, so Martins or Lucy, do you want to try to answer? Or should I, or what? Hello, Martins or Lucy, can you hear? Martins, are you there? Lucy, are you there? Hey, can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
Okay, so the question is, do you, Lucy, want to try to answer any of Ali's questions, or should I? Lucy, can you hear me at all or not?
I can hear you.
Okay, but why are you not answering my question? So I'll ask for a third time.
Okay, let me answer a little bit. Okay, let's start with If we have no budget, how can we do our work? We
Yes.
can still get you can still get paid when when you complete the work, as that is going to be like a bonus. The upfront payroll is under bonuses. You can still get deliverables as long as you complete the work. You
Yes.
still get paid. Like the last month, the other month, that was March. We did not have budget, but we still get paid because those who did the work and did the deliverable, you get payment for deliverable. Maybe for your case as a new recruit, maybe you have concern. How will I make it to get the deliverable? We are all working as a team. You can also put an effort on what you want to work on. At least focus on 1 to 3 things before taking on more the responsibilities. That what no okay. I think the other thing is what to know about the policy on silent
Time
work.
for breath. Please stop and get
Ma'am,
ready.
I have a question,
One,
just
two,
if you don't
three,
mind.
well, one,
Uh,
two,
if
three,
we have no
pause.
budget, that's organization will pay
Two,
when we fulfill
analyze.
fill up our work. But if the organization pay our payment, there is the organization will support us, but there is a lacks of organization budget, organization money. That means when how can they fill up it?
I did not get the last word when you say how can they do it?
And we have complete our work, that organization will pay, but sir, the anyone of the company will pay our payment, but there is no budget. Every work have a budget, $5, $10, etc. That
Mhm.
there is or a company pay $5. This is $5 is minus of organization. So how they fill up this $5 which we have got to our work?
Oh,
Yeah.
Okay, let me
Ali.
try. Let me try to respond if I understand. Someone will come in.
Okay.
I think based on the policy of this organization,
Yes.
if you cap a deliverable, let's say you decide to work on taxes and you
Yes.
finish it, the
Yes.
organization will pay you deliverables. You are entitled to get that money. Even if it
Yes.
is $5, you will get it.
Yes.
The issue is now when someone is new, it's going to be hard. Um, Actually, because these are challenge for you to get the deliverable, you have to put an extra mile to learn and understand. I also understand that it's not easy. It's
Yes.
a learning point. Just try. Maybe someone else can respond. I don't know whether I answer you.
Okay. Let me try and answer Ali.
Yes.
Oh, let me just cite an example. You were there when we were doing the bonus payroll for 344. You know,
Yes.
we went
Yes.
to Discord server channel for deliverables, and for
Yes.
each time we were having our sessions, we were noting what was done. If it was to be BT sessions, what
Yes.
we did, it will be mentioned. You will
Yes.
see bonus pay for all the individuals that participated in that particular task. Then,
Yes.
if because there was budget, then we had our base pay
Pause.
for
Please
it.
stop.
So
Close
now,
your
Uh,
eyes. Count.
in
One,
this
three, four, five. Open your eyes.
So the same applies to the present situation we have now. Until we have our budget and payroll properly set up,
yes.
it will still be work. So if you do a client work
Yes.
this time around, and you
Yes.
complete, you will get your bonus. I mean, you will get your pay, the pay that is attached to that particular work. If you don't complete it, you won't get pay. Now, let me give an example. There is a follow up internal, or I'm using an internal ops for example now. The
Hmm.
recruitment follow up that I'm doing now. There is no pay for it until we have done enough of client work to pay for the internal operations. I can't claim that pay. Even though it is
Yes.
there, I can't get it. But if I now work on, let's say I work on what's it called? I work on grants and I
Yes.
completed, automatically there will be pay for it because that one is a client work. So I'm doing that work and I'm presenting it to the client to pay. You understand? So if you do like if you're able to do like 5 or 6 clients work and you complete it within a space of this month that we have, you will get payment for it, even with the fact that there is no budget. The reason
Yes.
why it is easier is that we are in co-op 2.0. So it makes it easier for us to be, will I say, flexible sort of in terms of payment system and reward system for workers in the co-op.
Okay.
So now, if you're in first scheme, you met it when we were trying to create a budget. You were included in DWC budgets, but now there is nothing like that because we have not done budget. We have not done the requirement. But the moment we have a budget now, you understand, we will not use bonus. We will not use bonus payment alone. It will be bonus and base pay.
Yes. Okay.
Also,
Do you
I
get
want
it?
to also let him know, no, don't. It's not mandatory you get best pay. For example, last the other month that was April payment.
Yes.
And if you have done much work and no client work, you are not going to get that paid. Example, use
Yeah.
me. I did not do much of the client work, and I still have more of the work on internal of ops and other things. We did not get paid for
Time to
base
take a break.
base
Please stop.
payroll,
Write
base
down
upfront
whatever
pay.
you are about to
Reason
say
why?
and take a break for
Because
6 minutes.
I did not do more of the client work. The money that I get was just in term of bonus. If there was more client work, I can still claim that money as a base upfront pay. Even if
Okay.
you do more, even if we have budget, also put in your mind without client work, mm-mm, no payment.
Okay.
Yes.
I
Thank
think
you.
we're supposed to go on break now. 6 minute break.
We
So
need to extend this one. How many minutes remain? I think we still have few minutes remain for this. We can
no,
continue
we
now.
have 6 minutes. We should be on break now.
Let's take
Okay,
six
let's
minutes
take a
break.
break and then let's take a quick break and then when we get back, I can kind of finish up on this and
Okay.
make sure we're all
Okay.
clear. There's cake, candy, and cake.
I'm back.
All right, is Ali back?
I'm back.
So if you like us to continue, unless we have to do review up, we're out of the time for that.
I thought Martine said we had 6 more minutes.
No. Yeah. For break, if we can include break, 6 minutes for break. I did
We
not
don't
add.
include break in the time for the topic. So we have 12 minutes for the topic plus 6 minute break. That's 18 minutes total.
Yeah, 18. Then remain 2 minutes.
So we have 6 minutes left, right?
Yeah.
All right. So let me just finish up here, okay?
Okay.
So the first thing I was going to mention was regarding the budget. So I don't really remember what I was going to say though. After we took the break, we probably should have finished this before the break, but um, So basically, when you have the budget, um, well, let's just skip the next thing. Okay, I don't remember that one. So basically, the overall picture here is that we have the network. Let's call it the entire network, and then we have the clients, client administrative clients, right? So the administrative clients have the money, and then you have the co-op, right? Co-op organization. So basically, we are an organization and we are a co-op of workers, right? And we have no money. So for us to have a budget for internal operations and everything, we need money that we get from the client work. All right. So the client
Yes.
work,
Pause.
and so we have
Please
a
stop.
co-op
Close
budget,
your
right?
eyes. Count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Open your eyes.
And then we have a client budget. So right now there's probably like, I don't know, 10,000 to 20,000, 20, let's say $25,000 of client money available to do the work. And so this is the client budget. And the entire network we're overseeing, like a lot of money that's not ours, so it's probably like $500,000 of money that we're overseeing. But the point here is that the client budget includes the money for the what we're calling the deliverables, deliverable bonuses for the client work, which can go directly to the worker, right? So the worker can get a direct bonus for doing the client work because it's already in the client budget, even if you don't have a co-op, because the client can have its own budget separate. So in order to have a co-op budget, we need to do the client work. We need to bring the client work and the money into the co-op. Does that make sense, Ali?
Yes.
Yeah. So we own the co-op. We don't own all the client work money. This is money that is not our money, right? So in order to get the money, we have to do the work. And then hopefully over time, the co-op can get more and more valuable and have more money. So we have more money for ourselves to be able to budget all of our internal operations and all of our own work. Cool. So hopefully that makes a little more sense how there's client budget money even without the co-op budget money. And we're working on evolving our entire process. So it's a little confusing right now because we haven't we got stuck in our old system and now we're evolving to a new system. So with the new vocabulary, we're going to be using the term uh, deliverables um, pay, and we might even call it a deliverables budget. So the deliverables budget would be very, very simple. And then we have the business pay and the business budget, which is much more complicated. Because basically the deliverable budget, and this is kind of like this is where you have the bonus pay, so it's very simple. Whereas the business budget and the business pay is very complicated because this is basically our base pay, which involves all of the costs and benefits and bills, right? So there's a lot of expenses that go to running a business. So it's much more complicated. And we're trying to simplify everything. So anyway, so
Sir,
in the new system,
sir,
we'll
sir, sir, yeah, there is the budget is defined for two ways. That's one deliverable budget and business budget,
yeah, so
and
the
that's the
deliverables budget is overseen by the client. So this would be the client deliverables budget for the client work. So we can still pay for client work even though the co-op doesn't have any money, whereas the business co-op budget we need to have actually be functional to have a co-op budget for all of our benefits and our bills and all the other things. Does that make sense?
yes.
Yeah. So The deliverables budget is much simpler and the deliverables pay, but it's not, it's kind of like passes through the client, right? So that we can get into our work without having to worry about the budget because the budget seems to be a problem, especially for new workers. So we're going to try to simplify that and actually change and simplify the recruitment process so that people can go directly into the client work and just start getting experience doing client work and internal operations right away.
Okay.
Oh, I remember what I was going to say from before. In the past, we had people who would work on the budget and then would do the payroll, and then that's it. So then they would pay, where they would pay themselves to work on the budget, and then they would do the payroll, and then they would do it the next month. They would just work on the payroll, and
We
then.
are out of the budget, out of time for this unless we do view up.
But this is why we have all these policies, is because in the past people would just pay themselves to do the budget, and then they would do the payroll to pay themselves for doing the budget, and they wouldn't do any client work, and
Can
so
we
we would
do view up,
pay
please?
a lot of money for that. So that's why we have these policies.
View up.
Shall we
If
go to
you
the next?
want us to continue, we do view up.
I think we finished answering all these questions. Did we answer all your questions, Lily?
Sir, last one. Is there any policy for work, client work or others work?
Well, we would need to just do a continue for topic one, or we can just break policy and answer the last question. What do you want to do, Lucy?
Well, let's do view up so we can answer about that and about he was asking about silent work.
Okay,
Okay, view up.
so this would be 1.2 or 1.1. So Ali questions.
Time to
Daniel.
pause. Please stop. Close your eyes. Count 1,
1.1.
2, 3, 4, 5. Open your eyes.
Now you can continue.
Maybe 3 to 6 more minutes on just
Yes,
teaching the question regarding the silent work.
yes.
So, what was the question? Are there any objections to continuing topic 1.2?
Yes.
No, no
So,
objection.
what was the question again, Ali, that you just asked? Ali,
Yes.
what was the question you just asked again?
Sorry, sir.
Can you
The
Can I?
question, repeat the question.
Oh, yes, yes,
The
yes.
last question you just said it.
Last question, I said that is there any policy for client work and silent client work?
Yes, this is a silent question. So, we have lots and lots of policies regarding all this. So, the key vocabulary is self-driven responsibility. When you have a responsibility for work that you can do on your own, then you can do silent work, right? So it could even be watching a video. So if you're watching a video and doing a training video, that can be considered a self-driven responsibility if you know how to watch the video and do the training without anyone else. Does that sort of make sense? Like you need to just be able to do the work on your own. And sometimes we do semi-silent work where one person could be doing silent work and then the other two are working together. But the policies is it doesn't matter what work you're doing. If you're doing communications work, there just might not be any bonuses at all. If you're doing actual internal operations and we have a budget for it and everything, you get internal operations pay. But if you're doing client work as silent work, then you are obviously automatically get pay for completing client work based on the client budget bonuses. Does that make sense?
Okay.
So any kind of work can be silent work.
Any kind of work is silent work.
Any kind of work can be silent work.
Any kind of work can be silent work. I don't understand what do you mean any kind of work.
So the type of work is what determines the value of it. So we have three different types of work. There's communications, there's operations, and then you have client client work.
Okay.
Communications is always blue.
Time to stretch. Time for breath. Please stop and get ready. Move around for 30 seconds.
Operations always green, and client work is always a pink color.
Okay.
I think we're done with this. So, any other question, Ali?
No, not at all. I have no question today.
Oh, where are we linking this on step 4 of recruitment?
I don't know what step 4 is, but yeah, it would go in the recruitment. It would go in like the frequently asked questions section of the stages. But yeah.
Okay.
So go on to our next topic.
Yeah, next up. Can say 12 to 24 minutes. I think this we have a lot of.
No, no, no. Yes, correct. So who's creating the tab?
These are outcome to review and vote. Okay.
You have agreement on top.
Yes, for me, I have no question.
Okay. Mm. So then, Ali should go ahead and create the tab. Ali,
Yes.
you can go ahead and create the tab.
Great. Okay.
That's good.
Topic 1.3.
No, topic 2.
Topic 2. Okay.
Yeah. So just copy proposal for you.
Uh, who is sir?
No, just create the topic tab, topic 2.
Yes.
That's
He's
okay.
doing. I can even also help. Not necessarily him.
What is bonus and pay?
Time to pause.
You
Please
are make
stop.
the tab or I
Close your
help you.
eyes. Count.
I want to make tab and topic 2.
Okay,
Uh,
the topic is proposal. The topic proposal. Just write proposal.
I've done that. I've done
Hello.
that.
Hello.
yes. Topic 2 is proposal or anything.
Yes, proposal.
Uko upande
Yeah,
gani?
that's all.
Uko saidi gani leo?
That's good.
Huku tu side za Hurlingham.
Oh,
Natokea huko Ngong. Nilipata client huko saa zile. Wakati tulikuwa naongea na wewe nikapata mwenye nikampeleka huko Clay City huko Mwiki.
ulikuwa unaniambia sijui uko Mwiki.
Akapeleka mwingine hadi huko pale gari iliharibikianga Karen huko karibu Ngong. Hata karibu tu Ngong town.
Okay. How is the job and security?
Client kama kuja
Oh, umekaa wapi?
huko tu Ngong. Aisha nimepata new client.
So, we
Sawa.
need agency.
Are we ready for a topic?
Yes.
The topic? Okay. So I think we should just start with the proposal regarding the payroll system. because I think this is the most important proposal that kind of sets everything else in motion.
That's fine.
So the proposal is to establish our updated payroll system with the following deadlines starting at the new moon and a percentage of pay stop payments for each completed process starting with the new moon deadline due date. No, actually, I don't think this is really the right proposal. But it's, oh yeah, base capital, full moon, base advance. Oh no, this is, no, this is not right. Yeah, we did pass this. Let me double check it. Maybe this is the one we had already passed. Let me see here.
Time for breath. Please stop and get ready. Now in
Stand
3,
up
1,
and stretch and move around for 30 seconds.
1. Together. 1, 2, 3. Exhale, relax.
Hmm. I know we did the whole thing, but I just don't know if we actually answered it to the right place. Again, this is where we just get problematic with our policies and our work, is if we just don't organize the information properly, then we lose it and then it gets more difficult. But yeah, see, I just don't think this is the right proposal. I don't seem to find where the other proposal is. So this is where it would have
Ah,
been nice to get organized before the session with all these proposals, but we should be able to find it. And I know we had it
you're looking for which proposal, Jay?
for the new policy on the budget.
Okay.
There is it. I don't know. Maybe we have to rewrite it. We can't find it. Let's see it. So this is going to be the. Oh, here it is. This is it. I found it.
Okay.
Okay, let me try this. See if this works. Yeah, let me just get rid of this because this is not what we want. All right. See if this is the right one. Okay, during this session, we discussed specific changes to the
Oh,
payroll process for simplification.
okay.
Start a proposal. Start a proposal to change payrolls. Continue with the configuration change the vocabulary, payroll deliverables, workers, and invoice. Okay, this is all good. Okay, business payrolls.
Time to
So,
pause. Please stop. Close your eyes. Count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Open your eyes.
Open your eyes.
I think maybe the problem here is that it didn't go out correctly. There we go. That's better. All right. So let me delete all of this. Delete. All right. Okay. So this is the simplification for the payroll process. All right. Start a proposal to change the payroll. So we
Yeah.
continue with figuration, change the vocabulary, payroll deliverables for workers, invoice to client, business payrolls for cooperative, invoice to client. Change the order each month. Start with the payroll deliverables. Then we create the business payrolls. It's possible to create very simple payroll template without a budget, including payroll deliverables. Settlement includes payroll equity, payroll tokens, no refunds, no benefits, no mid-year bonuses. Change the payroll deliverables to include the value of intra-operations. No percentage deliverable goes to intra-operations. Vary customer value. Verify customer value and have the money in the organization without the budget. Okay. So this is the proposal. It's not particularly organized though. So shall we go through this and see if we can organize it a little bit better? So because the proposal
Yes.
itself is kind of a little messy here. So let's just update this. Okay, so proposal to change we might have actually had the proposal here as well. Um, let's see. No. Let me see if I started working on this a little bit.
I'm
Okay, so to change our payroll model, okay, so this is for the payroll.
change our payroll. Okay.
Proposal to change our payroll model to and vocabulary for a
Change our payroll
simplified.
model.
We're going to call it a deliverables payroll, which
Time to
only
take a
focuses
break. Please stop and get ready. No
estimated
inhales. 1,
time
2,
and
3
value
minutes.
client
1, 2,
payroll
3. Pause.
and
Inhale together. 1, 2, 3. Exhale, relax.
with invoice to client. Okay, so and then the deadline for this would be the same as the base pay, right? So with a deadline, a current deadline of the base pay. So we can check on the base pay deadline if we're quick if we want to. So the proposal we passed before with the base pay deadline was, did anyone get that?
Let
It
me try
says
to find
here the base
another.
pay deadline is full moon, right?
Yeah.
It'd be the same base pay deadline, which is the full moon. So basically, we would be switching the base payroll with the deliverables payroll. Does that make sense to everybody?
That is the bonus payroll, right?
Yes. So we're switching
Okay.
the deadline for the base payroll. So we used to do our base payroll first. So now instead
Yes.
we're going to switch that to do the bonus payroll first, but we're not calling it a bonus payroll. It's actually the deliverables payroll.
Deliverable. Okay.
So the more complicated payroll would be the new vocabulary. New would be the vocabulary business payroll, right? And would cover what used to be the base pay for the last quarter moon deadline, right? So that would be the last quarter moon deadline, and that would be for the base. I mean the well, now the business payroll. Okay.
Yes.
So for the deliverables payroll, we would still need a payroll template. It would be very simple.
Time to take a break. Please stop. Write down whatever you were about to say and take a break for 6 minutes.
And this is everything that it would include and not include right here.
Mm-hmm.
Can
Mm-hmm.
we go for break?
What?
Include the base activity, include the
Time
statement.
for break.
Yeah, we have time for break. So need to verify the percentage of deliverables that go to internal operations.
Actually, just 3 minutes remain for the break.
Yeah, let's take a break.
Okay.
Yeah, 3 minutes.
What's the point?
I'm here for a new Kenya.
I'm back.
And it's 4 o'clock. Time to start. Please get focused on the session.
Let's focus on the session. We have
Right.
16 minutes remain.
Let's do it. So,
And
are
it's
there,
4 o'clock. Time to start. Please get focused on the session.
are there any questions on the proposal?
I want to understand no refund. What does it mean by saying
No
no
what?
refund? Refund.
Oh, no
Line 38.
reimbursement. So this would be a much more simplified payroll. There would be no reimbursements, no benefits, no mid-year bonuses. It would just be the deliverables pay, and this would require a um, invoice.
So now, what about tokens now? Include the tokens. Is that the we usually have base token and bonus token?
Yeah, so all of the base token and bonus token would go away. That would no longer be the vocabulary. So instead, it would be the deliverables payroll. So you would have the deliverables equity payroll, You would have the deliverables upfront payroll and you have the deliverables token payroll. Right? So all of these would be extremely simple to do because you would only be adding up the value of the actual deliverables, bonuses, and estimated time. So there would be no, we would no longer use the automated payroll spreadsheet, and everything would be basically one tab, and it would be all very, very simple. Because all we would need to know is the total number of hours, estimated total number of hours for the equity for the whole month. It doesn't matter what the hours were spent on. So then you can immediately do the upfront bonus deliverables pay, and then you immediately do